How to write a one-page business plan. Today's session is a template, a tutorial and demo, and it's going to also outline why you need to have a business plan. And we're going to talk about that because really this sets the stage to answer those questions. It's a working document. It's like, how do I know what marketing I need to do? Who is my ideal client? What products and services should I be offering? And this page business plan is going to answer some of those questions and be that very focused document. And we're going to get into that next. And just a reminder, if you're new to visiting with us, today's session is presented and sponsored by Acorn Studio Marketing. And we serve entrepreneurs and business owners and helping them build their brand in a digital first economy. We work collaboratively with value-driven business owners and marketing teams to help them develop their brand identity, tell their brand story, and manage their growing businesses, serving them with marketing and communication needs. So our team is continuously changing and evolving and growing, but we are a group of experts providing our clients with innovative and strategic solutions to get your results. So if you want to check us out, the QR code will take you there, or visit us at acornstudio.marketing. And a bit of a background for myself, I'm Laura Dunkley, and a fractional CMO, CEO at Acorn Studio Marketing, and also work as a consultant. And I have been an entrepreneur pretty much my whole adult life. I started a business management is my background, writing business plans, corporate sales, public relations, marketing, digital specialist, all that wonderful stuff rolled into one, and able to help our clients with a holistic approach to building their business. So that's what I do. Please feel free to reach out to me. My email's there, my phone number's there, and I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn at Laura L. Dunkley. Today's sessions is what we're going to go over. Where to get your free business plan template, because it is free. And we're going to talk also about what is a business plan template overview, and then we're going to jump into a demo using the Miro part of the template. There's other options of your templates as well, but we're going to use Miro today to do the demo. And then at the end, for our live people, we're going to have our discussion. So if you've seen this before and you understand what a business plan is and you're watching this as a recording, feel free to jump right ahead to the demo. I'm going to make sure all the chapter links are below and you can skip right through. But for those who are new and want to learn a little bit more, why should I even bother to spend time doing a business plan? Stick around because we're going to get into that. Here it is, the link. QR code, if you guys haven't downloaded it, or if you want to do it now and follow along, the QR code is there. You just have to put in basic information and it is yours, and it will constantly be updated. This is kind of what you get now is a template. You're going to get it, so it's a guide, a written guide on Google Docs. You're going to have something that's printable, which some I know you like to take it out and print and put the real stickies on. You can also do a form fillable one, and as well as the Miro board. And then we also have the recording of the video tutorial, part 1, that is over on our YouTube channel. So let's get started. What is a business plan? So a business plan serves you as a roadmap, helping you outline those goals and objectives for your business. It also provides you with strategic direction, the tactics you should know, all of those things you should do to help you achieve those goals. It provides a clear and concise picture of your company, including your market, competition, products and services, operations management, and financial projections. So when do you even need a business plan? There's different times, and it will vary on the type of business plan you do based on when you need it. So if you're starting a business, definitely take the time to put a plan together, because I don't know how many times I've worked with clients and we've put plans together and through the exercise went, oh, this isn't really what I want. I wanted to make more money, or this, I have to do this much work to get this. And then they decided not to do it. So this is why, and doing that homework up front can really help you make the decisions as you make those plans, as well as maybe you should or shouldn't operate this business. So starting a business is really important timing. If you're thinking about expanding your business, same idea. It's really a starting a new aspect. So you're going to revisit maybe your existing plan and then add to it. If you're thinking about selling your business, how are you going to add value? Do you have value? Is it concise? Is this document going to help you um, get more money when you want to sell your business? If you're looking for funding for various reasons, investors are going to want to know that you know what you're doing. So please do take consideration when you are looking for funding. And if you're looking for a new partner, they want to know some information, your direction. Is this the right partnership? All of these are reasons. All of these have different management and operations roadmap as well. This is actually where we're going to focus on today. But all of them have different aspects where you're going to want to focus on and customize it for your needs and for your audience who's going to be reading your business plan. For the management and operations, today's focus is that this is you. This isn't anybody else really looking at this document. It's going to be a concise, agile, very compact, one-page business plan that's just going to help you answer questions and also inform your sales and marketing strategy. So this is what our focus is today. So typically your business plan is going to have these items on whatever um, to different reasons based on what we just talked about, but this is the bare bones of what you want to include. There is a link over to ideamississauga.ca, and I do believe we have a representative of Idea Mississauga here. So Nicole, if you want to, for our live um, audience, drop in any links that you want, because Idea Mississauga has so many free and wonderful resources, including resources to help you build your business plan. And it's way more than we're going to talk about today. And I do really encourage you guys, if you want to dig deeper, to reach out to them and check out their resources. Here we go. So today, for the sales and marketing portion of your business plan, this is why it's really important. And I see it quite often where they'll come and say, hey, can you do marketing plan for me? And it's like, well, do you have your business plan? Look, there are some key sections of your business plan that's needed and helpful when we want to do a sales and marketing strategy. Product and service offerings, competitive advantage, who's your ideal client, right? Like you may have one or two, but really there's that ideal client that we need. Your vision and mission statement, value added proposition, goals and objectives. What goals and objectives do you want to do for your business? Because sales and marketing needs to know to be able to fine tune their strategy to support you and your SWOT, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. As a business, when we do our sales and marketing strategy, we actually do it for your sales and marketing. So that's the sections of the sales and marketing. And then today, what we're going to talk about too, as part of this business plan, is your positioning statement. And that basically bundles up your vision and mission statement and your value added proposition. So positioning statement, hardest thing to write sometimes, but it's very helpful and one of the first things that we're going to write about in our business plan. And there's a little template there. You just have to plug in your information. And basically what it includes is a description of your target market. What do they need? How can your business provide and serve their need? What's the solution? What differentiates your product or service from the competition? And why consumers in your target market should believe you, the things that you're saying, that your brand's claim, your brand promise. So there is a link to where that comes from. HubSpot has some more information if you want to dive a little deeper. And if you guys haven't used AI yet, ChatGPT is a great tool, and I definitely want to do a quick plug-in for this on how to use it effectively. It is free. There is a paid version as well. Just remember AI is a tool. I like to think of ChatGPT as kind of my research assistant where I'll plug things in. And that's what I did here. And I put in write a positioning statement for Acorn Studio Marketing. And I put in the URL of our business. So they came up with this. It's pretty close. It's not perfect, but it's a starting point. So anytime you guys are doing something like a positioning statement or any pieces of your marketing or your business plan, use ChatGPT. Just don't take it for its end all be all, right? You'll want to take it. You're going to have to look at your brand voice, make some corrections, but it is a starting point. If you saw my previous one last year in March, I actually did the same thing, and there is a version of it available a year ago when we used ChatGPT, and it's pretty close. And this is what your template's going to look like. Positioning statement, up the top, we got a little product and services, revenue, we've got business goals, our ideal client, and then strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is actually, remember, this is for your business. So these are the things for your business we're going to put in there. What channels are you going to use? And that would be your online channels plus your print. So the little web thing up at the top is all your digital. The middle piece there is going to be where all your print and alternatives, and the little conversation things are going to be potentially sales channels, right? Remember, this is not for just marketing. This is your whole business. So how are you going to promote your business? How are you going to sell your business? How are you going to communicate? And then what are those key activities that you need to do to help you reach those goals? So that could be things like networking. It could be all of your online stuff. Maybe it's going to be social media. Maybe you guys go to trade shows. Just highlight, put those things in there. And those targets, and I would suggest doing this business plan probably yearly. You could even do it biannually if you want, but put those key objectives, those key targets, objective key results. Sometimes people call them OKRs, whatever that is, just highlight and quickly. And what this is going to be just that quick hub that you're going to be able to add to it as you need it, right? Because you might want to dig deeper into your activities. You might want to dig deeper into your business goals. But this one page is that quick high level that you can use for your operations all the time. And then the other side of the page is it goes to the next level. So for each quarter, I suggest for each month, taking those targets, what in those activities and what do you need to do? Either print it out, put it on Miro, make sure you have some type of calendar or use Asana to say, okay, I got to check it. How close am I? And either move the stickies across, and then those goals that you want to achieve at the end of each quarter, make sure you put them in there. And this is what the Miro board looks like. So you're going to have with your one-page download, you're going to have a written document, but Miro also, if you choose to do this, I also have clipped all those key quick tips right into Miro so you don't have to go back and forth. And Garden Grows. Garden Grows is our garden center and it's our demo company. And that's what we're going to look at today. So you guys can have an idea of what this looks like in action. So let's go. You'll see my giant one-page Miro. I'm going to dive into it a little deeper, but I want to give you an overlay. The research and resources you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen is everything I've kind of collected. Because just like my business, Garden Grows has been our sample company that has been developing for about 4 years now, 5 years now. And we have been doing different sessions. And if you check out our YouTube channel, you're going to see a whole bunch of this. And so I've actually gone and collected a bunch of information that I'm going to need to inform this. And I want to have this really accessible as I build this out. So I do encourage that the first session that you thing that you do is collect this research and resources you have, data, analytics, anything that you do, and then schedule a time to sit down and start and put this focused time into into building it. So the next piece across the board from that here is your business plan that you're going to actually, the template that's part of your download. And that's that top section right here. And it has everything that's there. And this garden grow section is what we're going to focus on. And it's the sample that you're going to see from the company. So I want to first go through the research and resources that I collected, because I'm hoping you guys can even give me insights. Maybe I've gone wrong. Maybe there's some more stuff. So don't feel pressured, but if you want to, feel free to do it. If you're watching the recording and you want to do this and add any notes, please do in the YouTube, our comment sections below, and let us know, as well as on our Facebook group. Okay, so a digital marketing plan. We have a sample company here. And as many of you know, it's marketing plan with a digital focus because it's digital first, but it's a holistic marketing plan. These are the key sections of your marketing plan that you're going to do. So maybe your marketing team has this already. And I say marketing team because sometimes we wear many hats. Sometimes we have consultants. Bring them on board. If you want to see this example, plus get a template on doing your digital marketing plan, you can download it here. You can also, it can be found on our acornstudio.marketing/downloads. This one is a cost because there's a lot to it, but just know that you will get a sample from Garden Grows as well. You'll want to know what channels you're currently using. If you are just getting started, get started with the basics after you do of what you think you might want to do, and then we'll go through that. Target audience information, your personas, your primary and secondary. Maybe you just have one, maybe you have two. Don't have too many. You can't serve everybody. So do go through this, figure out who your primary audience is, your ideal client, because that's what we're going to focus on today, and then do a persona, a target audience exercise. And then the other thing we have pulled here is some stuff that we've talked about. So this company, Garden Grows, just went through an expansion. So they're a garden center, your typical garden center. They do stuff, but they decided they wanted to bring in a landscape designer on site, and they are now going to do landscape design services. So that's one of the key goals that we're going to talk about in our one pager, because this is part of their expansion. And this one page is going to be used for her department. So this is where you can start doing these one pagers, right? And you can go, as long as you have one central one that everything supports, you can have nested strategies. So your business goals, they want to focus on building design services for the residential community first. They want to get $250,000 a year. This is some marketing goals that they have come up with. And then we get into their website. This, just if you do guys want this, on our YouTube channel, it is free. I think it's the marketing, how to create a marketing campaign. And then we do walk through this as well. So this is stuff we have done before. So Garden Grows, we have our website. She's doing a campaign. They're going to do this major magazine where they're going to do it to get emails, because that's one of the goals. So email campaigns. And part of that campaign is they've already investigated this. So these are some of the marketing things they've already done in the past. These are some thoughts. Maybe these are brainstorming ideas, and now you want to consolidate it into the plan. So let's jump over here and have a look. So Garden Grows positioning statement. This is where, again, even if you don't have a website, remember I showed you how to use ChatGPT and just pull from the URL, and and then it will come up maybe with a first draft for your positioning statement. The other thing you can do is, if you have all these notes already, and maybe you don't have a website, of which it does test your website too, to see if it's working, is you can just put in notes into ChatGPT. Here's the outline, here's my audience, could you give me a potential positioning statement? Use it back and forth. It's just a starting point again, but leverage these resources that are free. So at Garden Grows, we are the premier landscape design services company dedicated to creating sustainable outdoor living spaces for homeowners. Our expert team of designers combines innovative techniques and eco-friendly practices practices to transform your outdoor area into a harmonious blend of beauty and sustainability. By prioritizing native plants, water conservation, and environmentally conscious materials, we ensure that your landscape not only enhances the aesthetics of your home, but also minimizes its ecological impact. With Garden Grows, you can trust that your new home's outdoor oasis will reflect your commitment to sustainable living, providing a sanctuary that nurtures both your lifestyle and the environment. Now, that is pretty, it has a lot in it. You could probably be a little more succinct. There's a lot about sustainability, and as much as I love that, make sure you don't pigeonhole yourself too much in your positioning statement. Um, but that is a starting point. And that's where I say if you have a team, you want to hire a consultant to maybe work through initially just to get you started, this would be the time to actually make sure that you're working through this. But a great starting point. So you know what you offer, you know who you're offering it to, and you know why you're going to stand apart from the rest of the world, of your world, right? Business world. So we're going to jump down to products and service. So what are they actually going to sell? So they do plants and trees, garden decor and accessories. And I put those in green because this is where you start to do it. Now, remember we talked about the garden center, and these guys are landscape designers. So they aren't doing plants and trees and selling them. They're not selling decor and accessories, but because it relates to what they're doing and they've got to work together, we have to consider this as part of this landscape design services business plan. So maybe you want to just do it in a different color. So we've done plants and trees, garden decor, and accessories. What they are specifically for this, they're offering design services, and they're going to work with garden maintenance people, like outside contractors. So whatever you need, and if it affects you and affects this business plan, please do include it. Revenue. Remember we said they want 250,000 a year. But then we thought we need a little bit more information. So we broke it out into the different Q1, Q2 quarters, 3 and 4, the first half. It gives us a little bit more specifics. You can go even deeper if you want. So from here, you could say, okay, so I want 50,000. My first spring, I know it's not much, but I really want to break it down and know what service offerings I'm going to do. So again, it's not limited to just what we have here. So the business goals, we're pulling from some information that we had already decided. Maybe these were business goals that you did with your team. Maybe these were business goals that you did with your shareholders, your investors, whatever that is. Make sure that it is documented. And even if it changes and you don't reach those goals, you still have to have a goal because it makes you accountable, right? Like that's why we talk about SMART objectives. Be specific, make sure it's measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Because if not, how are you going to know what you've accomplished or not accomplished, whether you've reached your goals? Don't be afraid. If you didn't make it, that's totally okay. Readjust it. But information, very specific, is important. So we've written all of that down here. And then now let's go up to who that ideal client is. This is my favorite. Just saying, target audience information in this constantly changing world. Bottom of the line is you need to know your audience. You need to know all of this and channels to make sure you can do it effectively. Knowing who your audience is and how you can serve them is one of the most important things you can do. The ideal client, who is that and what's their persona? Remember, we mentioned that it is residential that they're going to focus on. So for this focus, this one pager, we're going to focus on one ideal client, and that's the homeowner. And basically, we just do a whole bunch of things in here, right? Look. Appreciates customer service, lives within 50 kilometers, likes to entertain. There's a whole bunch of different things. Most important, there's a little star here I put in. They have to have a garden area. At the end of the day, that's a differentiator. If they don't have a place to garden, we actually can't help them. And because she's offering landscape design services, Little patios aren't really going to be her ideal client, right? Like little pots and things here or inside, or a tiny little place like a little out front isn't her ideal client. Her client has to have a significant garden area. And so that's where we want to star those most important game changers. Um, and now that SWOT, that strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, really important because we need to know what we're good at and what we're not good at and where we need to do this. And that helps us be realistic in our goals. And it also needs to know when to hire someone else. It also, between strengths and weaknesses, like for example, her strengths are that they're building on an existing customer base, right? Remember, we talked about the gardening company. Um, it already exists. She already has clients, potential clients. That's a huge strength. And they also have products and team support from that garden center. Major strength that a lot of her competition don't probably have. Weaknesses, currently they're a small design team and they have a limited budget. Okay. Opportunities, no one is focused on sustainability. There's a whole bunch of new construction in the area. It's a high income area. Connections she already has with property maintenance companies and um, to make connections and additional revenue with the magazine. Like that's actually a potential opportunity as well. Threats, there's a recession going on, say, there's delayed construction in the homes, supply challenges for products, competitors in the area. So this one pager to highlight these are really important because maybe you're going, okay, I want this new product. Or how am I going to, but am I going to have a hard time getting it in? Competitors in the area, are they existing? Ooh, they're a threat. So how am I going to mitigate that threat? Well, I'm going to make sure that I watch and monitor and have tools in place so that I can see what they're doing. Do you see why all of this information is really important in planning your execution? So please do spend the time on this one. And then we get into channels. They have a website, email marketing, Facebook, and Instagram they're going to do. She's also decided to do car graphics. I mean, she's driving around, so why not do a car graphic? Signage at the garden center, flyers, local events, local papers. There's so much to do. There is also community groups, property managers that are going to reach out to real estate agents. Do you see how there's sales and marketing all very much working together? And then we get into activities. They're going to do newsletters. They're going to do social posts. They're going to do this design magazine, which is going to be lead generation, blogs and videos. They're going to attend local events. She, the designer, is going to become an influencer. We're going to talk about how do we get the staff as influencers, Facebook, and we're also going to do some local ads. And then those key targets broken down into the different quarters, January to March, they're going to set up everything. First magazine is going to be published. April to June, they're going to start to work on business events, promotions. That's a really key time for landscape people are in that mindset. So they really want to focus on then. July and August, local events, festivals, things happen in the summer, right, that are very garden oriented. They're also going to hire some additional people based on their projections, right? They have some revenue projections. So they figure by July, August, they're going to need to hire some people. September and December, they're going to plan for next year, and they're also do a holiday event. So that is some of the key targets. And then from there, what's new here is I also thought, you know what, this might be the time to think after I do this that I need more information. And so what information is that going to be that I need? So I'm going to do some more research on my audiences. I'm going to see if I have any success metrics from previous marketing. And then what I didn't include here is what's my monthly marketing budget? Like I kind of have to figure that out. And who's going to do what? Who's my internal staff going to do? Who am I going to hire out? And so this is a time to maybe pause, go back, get some more information and check it out. And then once we have all the information we need, we go into our quarterly. So this is where we just do some sticky notes. What am I going to do? Business plan. I'm going to design the website and I can start to build this out. February, I'm going to actually hire someone to help. Perhaps I'll get my car graphics then. Actually, I would say probably, well, car graphics you can do in the garage. There may be, maybe you'll get quotes or something at that. So you can start to build that out. What do I need for car graphics? Month March, the first magazine is published. Ooh, if I'm going to publish that magazine in March, that means I have to get started back here. So this is where once you have everything up here, you can start to do a work back to see what things I have to do and who do I need to engage. And by the end of the quarter, I want to make sure I have some key milestones that I want to review, right? Did I hit my 50,000 sales? Did I hire an intern? Because I realized if I have to hire someone, I don't have the budget. So I'm going to start with an intern. And are my channels set up? Like I can't get going. These are key things that have to get done. So if you have these on your one pager, it gives you this focus, this high level, because you can get muddled up with all the tasks. So this is definitely meant to be a high level document. And that's it. That is your one pager. Simple, starts with this, gather your research, start brainstorming, go back if you need more information, and then do that very high level plan, and you're done. Just make sure you keep revisiting this and have it somewhere that's accessible.